Aquarius, darling, I see someone's feelings for you have transformed. It could be like a friendship that went sour or something like that, or a family member that did not like you or something like that. Like their feelings for you have drastically changed. So I wouldn't be surprised if you hear someone trying to hit you up here in the coming days there. But also when it comes to your career, seed that you have planted, there's something that you've done. I don't know if you recently put out like a resume somewhere. Maybe you started like a project. Maybe you have a YouTube channel or something like that you started and it hasn't really grown or gotten anywhere. Whatever the case is, I see there's been a lot of development. There's going to be a lot of growth in the coming days of some type of seed that you have planted. And once it starts growing, it's not really the best analogy, because I don't want to hear, like, for my example, I would never want to hear like my business be referenced to as a weed, honey. But it's kind of like now that it's started to grow, it's going to start growing like a weed, where it really starts being like profitable, or really a lot of progress, where at one point in time is seemingly like a stalemate, to where you're putting a lot of water on just dirt, honey, right? You're going to be seeing a lot of plants sprouting up. And so a pretty positive reading here for this week for you, Aquarius. But allow me to introduce myself, darling. Howdy, my name is SimplyVelca, and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading for April 2023, darling. All right, but my tarot readings are a little bit different from others, is that we also talk about the good things that are happening in your life, Aquarius. I'm also going to be talking about what you should be avoiding, perhaps, and just providing an overall blueprint of your life. And so you can leave this tarot reading today with a sense of clarity and direction of what you are, where you're going in life, and what you should be doing. So if I sound like the type of tarot reader for you, darling, then perfect. Let's get into this here, Aquarius. So in your current situation right now, and then the chariot, or the challenge, is the chariot. Girl, I said that so boldly too. So in this message here, Aquarius, this is exactly why there's like some type of package being delivered for you, and that comes in the shape of the Three of Cups. Now, what does the Three of Cups mean? This package represents a victory of good news overall, so you can take heed and you can take a breath for a moment, Aquarius, and be like, okay, finally some more good news, honey, right? Where since some of y'all have been probably struggling for a little bit there, but also in some of y'all's taxi, Aquarius, it comes in the shape of a person here. All right, now when I pull the overall energy for you guys, I like to pull a card for both your social situation, which was the death card. So I'm not saying someone in your life is about to die, darling, but no, but yeah, so a sense of a transformation. So that's why I get this sense here, especially when it comes to, I don't know, it's just like someone's feelings for you. It doesn't have to start out as someone hating your guts and then loving you, but it is this sense of 180 seemingly of like emotions, someone that you haven't really talked to in a while, and then the dynamic switches. Now also, also, Aquarius, we have to acknowledge the other part of this message that could also represent someone having like switching up their feelings as well. And so I feel like you would already intuitively have those feelings, though, like you already would have noticed someone's feelings switching up for you, because you do have the High Priestess in your energy. So I'm not just saying this just to cope. Like I really do feel like overall, Aquarius, if you were to see the flip side of that and see it in the more negative approach, you would already be sensing someone's feelings shifting in that way. And that was more so just serves as like a confirming message, Aquarius, right? We don't need to get into the dramas of all that. If that's your tea, honey, that's your tea. We don't need to sip it publicly. And so for you overall, Aquarius here, I feel like you have been in a chapter of your life of where you really have been challenged in the sense of your commitment towards your desire of doing things. And so what I mean by this, Aquarius, it's, let's say you want to be an artist of some type, or you want to be like a content creator, like whatever the case is, like you want to do something. And it's just, we'll just use the analogy of the plant and the seed of a tomatoes. Like you like tomatoes, but how willing are you to take care of a tomato seed when there's no progress, until, in that sense of like, how much are you willing to commit here? And so I see this sense for you, Aquarius, of where whatever you chose to commit to in your life, even though it may not have been the most profitable, even when it comes to certain relationships in your life, there's been like certain relationships I feel like you might have been a little bit patient towards, even though it would be more so like seeing somebody where they're at currently, Aquarius, and you're just like, you know what? You're not good for me right now, but I could see sometime in the future, if this person matures up, then how they would be really good. So that's how I see in this dynamic, especially when it comes to socially for you, Aquarius, and that if someone is coming back, I don't necessarily feel like this is obviously Aquarius, not some talking about some type of abusive toxic ex, honey. Let's obviously not even entertain that. It's more so I feel like someone either straightening up or just life situation changing, so you guys are a little bit more of a match seemingly. But when it comes to just like your own personal desires and projects, just your earthly pentacle desires energy there, I see with the Lover's energy as well as the Wheel of Fortune, I would be even paying attention to just your social life in general as well, Aquarius, in the sense of, to me, this lead, especially because of this Page of Swords here for your career. This is the card that I pulled for your career overall energy, was that Page of Swords. It is almost like Aquarius, someone like noticing you, keeping their eye on you. And then that Lover's energy, well, I'm not obviously saying that you're going to be screwing this person or anything like that. The Lover's energy actually actually has a lot of complexity to it, Aquarius, in the sense of important decisions. It can represent contracts, commitments, and there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to the Lovers here. But it leads me to believe, when it comes to your career, some type of game changer coming in, or like some person coming in here that brings new life into it. So again, continuing on with the tomato plant example, Aquarius, like you're tending to this plant, you're tending to this dirt, and then you have like a new connection that comes along. They're just like, oh hey, like I have this fertilizer, I know this information here, and it helps the growth out, and then it starts flourishing. That's how I see things going in here. And so I would be really saying, Aquarius, be open to networking at this time. Now, when it comes to the personal life and that person coming in with a 180, I'm going to be very transparent, Aquarius. I feel like it's a very individual type of thing for you. Obviously, I never believe tarot reading should ever tell you what you should do in your life here. But overall, what I can be telling you is that this person isn't coming back to you the same. You know what I mean? This person isn't coming back to you the same. So it's like, this might be a person in your life where it's like, back then you're just like, you know what? They might need to mature a little bit, but it's been a little bit too long since that time of where you distance yourself from them so they could figure themselves out and mature and grow and what have you. You may just not care about having any type of relationship with them anymore. And that's fine. Girl, I'm just the forecaster. I'm just the news person, honey, for you. Whether it's raining or shining, it's your decision of what you want to do with that information, honey. And so take that as you will here. All right. But I do see overall for you, Aquarius, Ace of Swords with this Sun energy here. I like this. I like this here overall. It shows to me, the Ace of Swords, you never can lose when you have the Ace of Swords on your side, I always say, Aquarius. And the Ace of Swords represents the going forward of doing something, right? And so it's like going forward with a creative idea. And so you read in between the lines of it, the Ace of Swords just gives you a blessing where it's like whatever actions that you decide to actually go forward with, it would actually be really successful because of that Sun card blessing over this, talking about things being revealed that you don't even know exist quite yet. So for example, people that are keeping watch of you and then coming forward with you with some type of idea or something of collaboration to bring forth to help assist you on something that you have already started, right? So this isn't like someone coming up to you, Aquarius, with a wad of cash, honey, giving you money. This is like in relation to somebody that has committed to a tomato plant type of thing, right? Whatever your tomato plant is. Now, I will be saying as well, Aquarius, something that I'm noticing here is that because of this Page and Ace of Swords here, for your career, I feel like this is also a challenge for some of you Aquarians to stop the daydreaming. I feel like if I were to ask you, Aquarius, like what you wanted to accomplish, and I asked you that 6 months ago, and then I ask you it today, I feel like the answer would still be the same. And I feel like you might have taken a couple steps forward, but then you went back into your hermit shell. I'm asking you here now, Aquarius, is to say and list what it is you want to accomplish. And then when I ask you again in 6 months, you're able to show like what steps you have taken. You may not have gotten all the way, but at least at least you put your shoes on. At least you put your shoes on to go to the gym. You may not have already made it all the way to the gym, but at least you got the membership. At least you bought the shoes. At least you bought the equipment. It's like a call out where it's just like, it's time to take the mental space and apply it to the physical world, honey. All right, that's all I'm gonna say with that. Aquarius, we'll see if there's any final thoughts for y'all here before I let you go, Aquarius, and have y'all enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, darling. Let's see here. This is actually, mark this one for the books, by the way, Aquarius, my regulars. I feel like this is the easiest I've been able to read y'all's tarot cards. All right, so we have the 9 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Cups, really reinforcing, yes, definitely just pay attention to your social life at this point in time, both personally as well as professionally for you here. 6 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups coming in here. This leads me to believe, I feel like when it comes to April, you guys are going to be pretty productive here, especially for those Aquarians that listened to what I was saying and chastising y'all a little bit when it came to the Ace and Page of Swords energy there. I feel like a lot of you guys are actually going to be listening to that. I don't know why I'm acting so shocked. But yeah, I feel like you guys are actually a lot of y'all are actually going to take heed to that advice, and you're going to see a lot of so you wouldn't really anticipate. So let's just say hypothetically you start your YouTube channel and he says, girl, you don't expect no views for your first like 100 videos. And that's the truth, honey. Sometimes even now. But I feel like for you, that wouldn't be your story entirely. So take that as you will, Aquarius. This is the tarot reading that I have for you, darling. Hopefully something in here resonated. If you want more clarity in your life and this tarot reading did resonate with you, my website for a one-on-one tarot reading with me is SimplyVelca.com. So if you want to book a reading, darling, you get more clarity and direction, feel free, honey. And until next time, Aquarius, I love you so much, darling. Bye.